New film location? What? Why did I do that? That was a really stupid way to start this video. But anyway, recently the workers at our house finished building our 3-season porch, and this past weekend we actually moved up all the furniture so that we can have like couches and chairs and tables. So I'm actually gonna show you real quick what it looks like. So here we have our 3-season porch, and it's not closed in like our 4-season porch. It's all open, and so we recently brought up these chairs and this table and also the couch I'm sitting on. And we're gonna put screens over the openings so that way we don't get bugs. And this is actually really perfect because we get the perfect view of our overgrown marsh. Today's actually beautiful weather. The sun's shining, there's like very few clouds in the sky, and the birds are chirping as loud as ever. So, there's a few downsides to being out here. A, I have to talk a little quieter because I don't want to wake up my next door neighbors, and B, there's a lot of background noise, as you can probably tell, because there are no walls to block it out. If this doesn't turn out well, I'm probably gonna go back inside. But anyway, I have spent a lot of time not talking about today's topic, and so I'm actually going to introduce that right now. A few days ago, I was thinking about some of the little things I do in my life that I'm not even aware of, and I was wondering if those were relatable things or not, and so I'm going to share some of those today, and I hope it's not just me for all of them. Sometimes when I'm drinking a glass of water, I'll just get really lazy around the end, and so I'll just chuck the rest of it in the sink.
But Jordan, now there's this little kid in Africa who's gonna die of dehydration!
Okay, I get being grateful for what you have and not taking things for granted, and I also get not being wasteful, but that argument is stupid. Even if it were true, whether I drink the water or chuck it in the sink, it doesn't matter because no one else is gonna be drinking that water. And even if I just poured less water in the glass instead of just dumping out the last part of it, that water would just end up in the glass of someone else who would do the same exact thing. Alright, moving right along, because I have a lot of these. How many of you in the middle of the night flip your pillow because it's too warm on the side you're sleeping on? I cannot fall asleep on a warm pillow for some reason, and so I always love turning it around and getting the cold side and then laying my head on it, and it's just like bliss. It's amazing. Let's talk about microwaves for a second. Sometimes when I'm cooking my food in the microwave, I like to just stand in front of it, and when the timer reaches 1 second, right before it switches to 0, I like to click stop, because then I feel as if I've just defused a bomb with my extreme button clicking skills. Speaking of things that are in the kitchen, when you're bored, is it normal to just open the fridge? Like, not even looking for food, right? Like, sometimes I'm not even hungry, I don't want to eat, but just for the sake of doing something, I open the fridge. Also, when I've been outside in the heat for a long time and then come back into the house, sometimes I'll just stand in the freezer, but I think that's just me. Okay, now I want to talk about technology, because when it comes to technology, there are so many random little things that I do that I don't understand myself. Like, sometimes if I'm on the computer for too long, my eyes will start to get tired, and so I think, okay, I need to get away from the computer for a little bit. And so I'll go onto my bed, and then I'll literally stare at my phone for the next 4 hours. Like, what? Also, if I'm working on something on my computer, and then I need to leave and close out, I don't hit the save button once like a reasonable person. No, I hit that thing like 18 times. What else is there? Oh yeah, ever take out your phone to look at the time, and then put it back in your pocket, and then take it out again because you forgot to look at it the first time? Quick psychological trick you can use if you just want to mess with someone. If you see someone checking the time on their phone and then put it back in their pocket, just ask them what time it is and they will always take it out again. Have you ever opened the camera app or Snapchat or something like that and had the front-facing camera on and just been like, holy crap, I look ugly? Not only that, but I also hate listening to the sound of my own voice on recording. Like, sometimes when I'm editing my podcasts, I will listen back to what I sounded like, and I'll just think, I am so sorry to anyone who has to watch this. Like, for some reason, my voice always sounds different in my own head than it does on recording, and I like the way it sounds in my head much better than on recording. And speaking of voices in your head, ha ha ha, what a transition. Ever rehearse a conversation to yourself that you will never have? Like sometimes if I'm mad at someone, not even lying, I'll spend like an hour or two just on my bed running through a conversation with them in which I just spill all my negative thoughts towards them, even though I know I will never have that conversation. Here's how these conversations go in my head. Hi, George Jr. Hey, what's up, Jordan? How you doing? You suck. Whoa, what's going on? If we weren't friends, I would smack you with this water bottle. So we're still friends, right? Nope. Strangely enough though, after I do that, I actually feel a whole lot better, as if I did get all those negative thoughts out. Okay, the last two items on my list relate to being at the dentist, and you're probably thinking, oh, what the heck, that's the most random thing ever, and you are correct. But last night I was talking with a bunch of people about going to the dentist, which is pretty random, but that's how I came up with these. Why do dentists even attempt to hold a conversation with you? Like, if I'm sitting on a chair with my mouth wide open, it's pretty hard for me to talk. This is how a conversation at the dentist usually goes.
Hey, so what college are you going to? What'd you do over the summer?
Like, I actually cannot. It's just so bad. Finally, I hate x-rays. Oh my gosh. Like, when they tell you to bite down on that thing, my gag reflex goes and I just start gagging uncontrollably, and I have to hold it for 10 seconds, which feels like 18 million years. And then when they finally come to take it out, my eyes are just so watery from trying not to vomit, and they're probably thinking like, "Aw, are you crying, little baby?" And I'm thinking, yes! You know what I've realized through all this? People are really weird and really complicated, and there's a lot of things we do in our everyday lives that even we can't explain. Understanding a person and how their mind works is an endless journey, because there's no limit to how much you can discover about a person. And you know, it really pains me that someone can look at another person's skin color or their gender or anything about that person and automatically assume that they understand that person. Like, it doesn't make sense. To even get remotely close to understanding someone in full, you have to live life alongside them. See the random things they do in everyday life. Really have conversations, get to know them. You can never achieve that same level of understanding just by looking at someone. Anyway, that concludes this video. I again haven't edited yet, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. If it turns out pretty bad, I will film inside from now on, but if it turns out well, who knows, you might see me out here again. Thank you everyone for watching. The next episode is actually going to be a collaboration with someone, and so I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. I will see you all then. Bye bye.